here at the we are here right at the cusp of the beginning of the season. This is very exciting. So yippee. So let's review and approve the minutes of the 9/19 board meeting. Did anyone have any questions regarding Carol's minutes?
No.
Evidently not.
No, it's fine.
All in favor of accepting the minutes as written?
Aye.
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 All right, now we have the treasurer's report. Have you any comments, Pam?
Pretty simple. We had, in September, we had 4 new members for an additional $400 and no expenses. So our balance as of the end, and I see my report, I got the wrong date on there at the end, but the balance at September 30th, not August 31st, is $9,590.32. So
Oh,
here in
any discussion on this?
That's what it said on my treasurer's report, Pam, that you're, oh, I see the balance you said was August the 31st, but you meant to say September the 30th.
Yep, I forgot
Okay,
to
very
change
good.
the date.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, all in favor of accepting the treasurer's report as amended?
Aye.
Okay, thanks. Okay, rather than go down way down to the member guests, I think we should slide into that so Carol doesn't feel rushed.
Okay. Member guest. I submitted a budget to Pam and sort of went over details from I think we're in a position to save a lot of money because I'm repurposing many of the decorations that were used last year. And I sort of feel like we need to emphasize the fun, and having, favors and, things that are oriented towards the guests more than, decorations and a lot of hoo-ha. So we're going to try to keep the budget really low for all of the stuff that's related to the Roaring Twenties theme. And things like having a placard so that you can put your face through, picture of flappers, so people don't feel the need to try and dress up like a flapper. Because I know you all are planning your outfit now, but
You'd be surprised.
Backdrops for photos and things like that. It was very cool to have that car last year.
It was.
How
do you one up that?
I don't think, that'll be hard, but we'll work on it. Linda Calblind, she can come up with some things.
Awesome.
And so she is out of town, for at least another week. And she will be very busy getting the November events in place and helping you with coordinating food and all that stuff. So we will probably just concentrate on getting a committee together so that when I arrive at the end of November, we can hit the ground running for early December with a committee and all. Okay.
It sounds like fun, and it is all about the fun. So yay, I like that. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Any questions for Carol on this?
Carol, did you have to store a lot of stuff from the last year's member guest?
Well, not me personally because I left town, but
Did you leave?
yes. Linda Calblind got a garage full of stuff from.
Oh, good. All right, good. I just wondered if you still had the flower vases.
I don't know.
You must have. If she gave you all the other stuff, she must have given you those too.
Well, she gave them to Linda.
Okay, fine.
So we will check on that.
All right. I was thinking about that recently.
Yes, the wonderful flower vases. If not, we can get new ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to that, and I think we can garner some enthusiasm. That will be great. Is Mary on?
She left.
She sent him, I saw a message, she's having trouble getting on.
Oh, okay, we'll skip over her then. You want to talk about the membership booklet?
I do. You mean the handbook? Yes.
Yeah, that one.
It's 99.8% there. Mary I asked her today to go over the membership section because to make sure that I got it all right, because it's a real hassle to get all the new members and changes and whatever. So she sent me a few things, so that's great. I talked to Barbara Mancuso this morning. She's in New York. She won't be back until Thursday. When she does, I'll connect with her, get her discount card and go have the thing printed. So by the end of this week, anybody, including Mary, if got any more additions, get them in. And then we'll have to close it down because I need about a week to get it printed.
Excellent.
And my nearest Office Depot closed down, so now I have to find a new one. Other than that, everything's great.
Well, that's excellent. I did hear from Mary today because I had a couple of questions for her rather. And she said that she still has a couple of people out in the wings that she's hoping to reel in. So
Right.
good news.
Well, she's done a great job.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. You know, again, we went from from red teas to no red teas, and it's going to be really not impactful at all. So that's good.
Do you have a
And
number,
the handbook will not have a pro on it
Well,
because we don't know who the pro might ever be. So I'll just have, the pro shop number and the other two people, and that's it.
Right now, they have a temporary that they are loaning us from a course down south, and his name is Ira Glick. Nice young man, but he's, according to every source I know, hardly ever there. He told me he'd be around on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I don't think we can count on it, and why raise expectations, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's go right into Golf Genius.
Okay. Well, I sent out the invitations for you and most people sent them back and they acted the way they're supposed to do, except it was supposed to be from Cindy, not me, and I have to figure that one out. Working on pairings, we had talked, Cheryl and Claire and I had talked about putting, especially at the beginning of the year, A and Bs together and C and Ds. But there's a little trick to that, so we might have to do the manual pairings like we did last year, which is no big deal. And I have 79 members in Golf Genius that I loaded the other day, so everybody's in there. The league is set up. Claire, I just need to get together with you and go over a few of the tournaments so I don't screw them up as far as net and gross.
okay,
And
fine.
that's probably it.
Yay. What about the webpage and all that stuff?
The webpage we can put together after we get scores in, it'll be much easier. Oh, that's the other thing. Do we want to start emails, signups the first week, the opening day, or should we just wait and say, hey, this is how we're going to do it? Watch for your email, make sure you check your junk mail if you don't get it, et cetera, et cetera. Or do we just want to send it out? And what happens is, Cheryl, I tested you this morning, it worked. What happens is everybody who confirms, they come back confirmed. I had Cheryl go back to her email and say, no, I decided I'm not going to play. She just clicked not playing and it took it out of the attendings and put it back into not attending.
Did you get my
So that
message?
works. That saves a lot of time.
Did you get the message I sent with it?
I
I was allowed to add a comment.
don't know.
We won't even.
I
go
don't think
there,
I
Bill.
did. I
Okay.
didn't think I got the comment.
We don't want to know.
Probably just as well. Okay, so let me understand what you're saying, Chris. We are now really 2 weeks and 2 days away from opening day. When do you send the email out?
Well, that's up to us. The way it works is I can send it out at any time. And you just set up a date and it will send it and then it'll close it on a date. So Sydney and I were talking about it the other day. And we think 3 weeks is too long to sign up, unless you guys disagree. 2 weeks would probably do it, and we should close them on Sunday night like we did before.
Okay.
The Sunday before, and then if anybody has to, doesn't want to play, they're going to have to tell us Sunday through Thursday Although I think we could, or I'm sorry, before Wednesday, because that's when I do the scorecards and print them out and stuff.
Okay, so you have so really you'll be sending an email out this coming Thursday for opening day.
If we want to do it that way, if we just want to send out a regular email from either myself or Cindy and have just say sign up and then explain how we're going to do it the rest of the season on the opening day, we can do that. Or if we want to do both, I don't know. I don't know which way is the better way.
So
Well,
you're saying 3 weeks, you're gonna send out an email and you have to say 3 weeks?
No, we decided to go with, I think we said 2 weeks.
I think even
You
that's a
know,
lot
Mary, you
too.
said your Boynton League goes 3 weeks. Is that
Yeah,
correct? Through
I already, know their league
Okay.
starts November 1st and I already received the sign up, which I
Wow.
thought that was really far in advance. I would think they'd get a lot of cancellations.
Yeah,
Or
that's
people
what-
lose the emails, you know, they don't, if they get them
Right.
too far out, they don't respond right away.
Yeah, really, that's a lot of time.
well, why
Yeah,
don't
so I don't know what the best way to do this is.
should we do it the same way we always have, basically send it out on the Friday before with a closing of Sunday or whatever it is? And see how that works?
Well, going back to when we had a sign up in the locker room, we did it, you know, there were 3 weeks of signups. I don't want to go 3 weeks. I think that is too soon, but maybe, I don't know, the Wednesday before or something. I don't know.
What'd you do last year?
We sent them out manually the way we always did. She sent them out on, I think, Thursday, and you had to sign up by Sunday night.
Well,
Well, the newsletter's coming out November 1st. That's a little late. We ought to let the group know what the opening day is.
Well,
Because
Cheryl,
now,
sorry,
yeah.
Lynn.
Go ahead.
Cheryl, you're gonna have to send out a letter.
I
To the
can send out another letter, yes.
You have to send a letter to the membership to say, our opening day is, there's gonna be a luncheon, there's gonna be a cost. Let us know who's coming. You're gonna have to tell them to reply to one person to keep the count. Tell them how much the luncheon's gonna cost, all that, yada, yada, yada. So in your letter, which should go out at least 2 weeks before, then you're gonna say the date and then tell them to keep an eye out for signing up for a play.
Yeah, Golf Genius, explain that to them too.
I mean, you want them to save the date if they're here, if they're down here already, you know, not put it too close to the date where they already have made other plans. So, you know.
Right. Well, in fairness here, I have sent a letter out. I sent a letter out 1 month before opening. And so they did have a little bit of a sense it was coming. And there has been information on Facebook as well. So
And the
but
welcome
I
center
will,
has-
yes, I can send that out today, you know, but we'll just have to firm up what we're going to say and how we're going to direct them.
We can send that out through Golf Genius with all the information and say, if you're going to place, push confirm below or playing, whatever it is. And if you're not, you know, they can either push not playing or just
Or playing.
kind of ignore it. But I
Well,
think it would
that'd
be
be
better to train
interesting.
them to push not playing.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know what the best way is to do. I'm afraid that they're gonna end up in some people's junk mail.
Well, I
Because
think.
I know,
Go ahead.
I know I had the problem with one person in Gin. It was kept going to her junk mail.
Well, I think that we can certainly follow up and actually individually contact people if we do not hear from them.
Can I make a suggestion?
Pam,
Sure.
That you do it like we did last year with the email, but also put in there in like caps or whatever, that they will get another email from Golf Genius. And let them do it both ways. That way you can test that the people that send you yeses by email, you get the same number. Maybe do that for like 2 weeks and then say, okay, after this week, we're doing it by Golf Genius. Everybody's got the hang of it. We're gonna do it by Golf Genius only.
We're always gonna have new people coming down though. Who, the people frankly who are up in north like Carol, they're not really gonna be too fixated on this. And they
But-
probably, so it's gonna be a constant. But
But they'd have to figure it out how to sign up.
Like we
if we-
already have that system in Canada. That play and not play on Golf Genius. So maybe a lot of other newbies are doing that in their home club.
If we just put in there, you're either playing or not playing, please make the choice. And we do get a report of who hasn't replied. And who has replied and what time they replied, et cetera, but,
then they can get a call from the president.
Principal, go down to the
There you go.
principal.
Principal.
I'd like to see us finally kicking this off because we've
Yes,
had this around
I
so
agree.
long.
I agree.
okay,
I think
let's
it's a
kick-
good system.
Yeah,
let's kick it off then.
Kick it off.
bite the bullet and do it.
How
We've
do people
got
feel about
79
that?
people in it.
Are we in
And
favor of
you
kicking it off?
can send a message in the Golf Genius regarding the cost of the luncheon.
It'll be fun. This will be a very fun thing. Okay.
But
How
in-
much
in-
is the luncheon?
Well, we have to get to that. That's another.
Well,
section.
and the other thing is, I guess I will still send out a contest email a couple of days in advance, telling them again what the contests are, and then, basically bring money.
Yep.
We did have a little bit of a snafu last year on opening day when Sheila Yule showed up and never replied to an email. Remember that one, Chris?
Yeah,
So I, of course, you've educated the new people, Mary, so they will not do that this year, right?
They shouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right,
I
so,
can send a test email out too. And say, please. This is a test, blah, blah, blah. Just to make sure you're getting your emails and just say reply. That
okay,
could
let's
be
do that.
round 0.
That's a
Okay,
good idea.
We'll
That's a
send a
good idea.
test out and then we will get this system running. When will we send out and are you, I
Which
guess it
one?
has, well, if it's gonna be 2 weeks in advance, are you gonna play, then they'll be receiving information about the luncheon as well.
Right, I can send out the like a test email to say, hey, be on the watch out for Golf Genius, blah, 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 emails to sign up to play. I can do that like today or tomorrow.
Okay, well, then we'll get the sign up thing out on Thursday. That gives them 2 weeks, which gives us time to clean up any of the odd things that could happen.
Right,
Anyone have any objections to this?
No.
Okay,
Sounds
move
good.
forward. All right, thanks,
well,
Chris.
the other thing is pairings. Anybody have an suggestion or objection? Since we have low attendance the first few weeks, doing A and B paired together, C and D paired together, so people don't bitch about playing with the same people all the time.
I
The
think that-
prizes will be separated by A, B, C, D.
Place will still
we
be
have enough.
inflated.
I have emailed Cindy only because we have so many new people. I'm kind of worried about that. And so she told me she'd keep an eye on the new people. I have 8 new people signed up for Play Day. So I think we're gonna have and many of the new people are full-time here in Florida. So we do have some that will be coming later in the season, but most of them are here.
Good. Do you have anyone
Good.
working play day with you?
I'm not working Play Day. Pam's gonna do it for me. I discovered when I was working on it the other day, I was invited to a member guest at Royal Palm, and it was our gift is a custom-made pair of golf shoes, which we had to order weeks ago.
Oh,
And
can't miss that.
So there's no way I can back out of it. Not that I don't want to back out.
I don't
so-
know, Mary, that seems lame to me.
So
Okay,
I
Pam, do you have anyone helping you with this?
I'm gonna be there.
Oh, Lynn will be, okay, good.
There, I'm playing.
At
Lisa?
Lisa's
Okay,
there.
excellent. All right,
Here's
good.
some of the other members I have. I have Dale, I have Deb Mazzoni, I have Sandra Meyer, I have Deb Del Vecchio, Pam Doth, Patty Baker, Lynn
Oh, yeah.
Hagan.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got
Lisa.
it covered. We got it covered.
Are you
Awesome.
there? Are you here, Cheryl, or no?
I am not, I won't be there until right around the 27th, I think,
Okay, all right.
28th, maybe.
that
28th.
okay?
Tim, I may have, extra slots, so I'll call you separately and figure out if we need to cancel any of those tea times, because we had 6 starting at
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, and then if you just kind of run me through kind of what you did last year, so I kind of have an idea pretty much, but
Yeah.
just so I don't miss anything.
Okay, I'm not even sure if we did it last year because of COVID. I can't remember.
Yeah, we did it.
Did?
We-
Okay.
Yeah, I remember doing it.
Okay,
And what's the date of it,
the
Mary?
27th,
27th.
Thursday, October 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't be there. Okay, Chris, does that cover everything for pairings and Golf Genius for you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. Mary, let's go back to you on membership.
Okay, so we have 16 new people already, and I have, well, Jennifer God still hasn't sent her application in. She had told me she was signing up and that she had a friend. And then Sandra Meyer's sister-in-law, one did sign up, one I haven't heard from yet. Then I got a call this morning from another gal, Carla, who she's supposed to be sending me her application. And so we're still gonna have some new members coming.
How are the handicap ranges, do you know?
They're decent. I was actually looking at that the other night. They're kind of, there's some in the 30s, there's a lot in the mid 20s, and there's some low ones. So they're all over the place. I did meet one of the girls who's been playing with the Thursday ladies. I haven't been able to play with them recently. And Madeline Butler, she just retired from NASA, very interesting lady. And I think her handicap's like 30, but I thought she played really well.
Sure, bring in the NASA scientist, rocket scientist.
She's very interesting. She oversaw all the Challenger stuff. And she was so funny because she was so nervous to be playing with golf with me. I'm like, what? We had a really fun day. And the summer thing really has gone well. I think you're going to see a huge difference in Sandra and Deb and Dale.
Excellent.
Everyone's really been working hard.
Well, I did get something sent out on Facebook today while I had 2 seconds. And I really want to thank everyone who did work with the people, because I'm sure it meant a lot to them to be able to have some personal attention and to get a few pointers. So yay.
And I did make name tags for all the new people. There's 6. And I am going to add a little note to it and, to welcome them to the league and just to help us, because there's so many. I really am concerned about, not blowing somebody off that I should be saying hello to.
Oh,
And
boy.
if you want, on opening day, I have plenty of these name tags. I can bring blank ones just for the rest of the membership to put on.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually would be very welcoming, I think.
All
What
right.
about, do you have name tags for us?
We do have name tags. Lynn and I were talking about it. She can make new labels because some of our titles have changed. And I
Of
think we
course.
only, does everyone have their name tag from last year?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, I do
think
too,
so.
somewhere.
Let's
Deb,
assume
did
we do.
you get one?
No,
Last year?
no, don't have
I do
one.
have-
Oh,
And I do
Okay.
have some here, Lynn. So
Okay.
it's under like a
I-
half dozen, I
I'll,
think.
I'll make new labels and they can just be stuck on either the new or old name.
right.
okay,
nameplate.
great.
Okay.
That sounds good. And Cheryl, it was funny, I was golfing with Deb Mazzoni the other day and she talked about birdies and I said, oh, I already did the birdies. So I've got the birdies all made.
Yay, well done.
And I made a little card to stick on the thing to tell people how to do it.
Awesome.
Oh, great.
So
You're
we're all
so
set.
organized.
I
Very
just have a
colorful.
I have a burning question, Cheryl. Is your name tag have coffee stains on it?
Could have.
No, I don't have to make you a new one.
I know. Well, yeah.
Take them off. I got that goo off stuff. So if
Things
they're-
happen,
if
you know, what can I
it's stuff
say?
From last year, we can easily repair them.
Excellent. Well, great job. Now, Mary, back on the Facebook thing for a second.
Yep.
Have you updated the people that you have given permission to be on Facebook?
I have done that. I sent out that email the other day to all the ladies about the play day and, I CC'd you on it. And a couple of them already asked to join. These are the new members. Now I need to go back with my list and see who's on there that didn't re-up. I think there are a few I need to take off,
Okay.
but I think
Sad,
most of
that's the
them
way it
are
goes.
current.
So how many members do we have total?
79 total.
Okay.
16 new right now, but there's several waiting in the wing. I won't be surprised if we don't wind up with like 20 new.
This is
Great.
very exciting. This is really
It's
exciting.
not like I'm recruiting. They're coming out of the woodwork. They get, the flyer at the golf course or it's somebody's sister-in-law, or I think it's just I'm responding to them like the day they call me.
Cool. That's great.
Well, we do have a couple of things that are kicking off socially right at the beginning of the season. So we'll get that into that email that we send out, Chris, so that we can, remind people that we are more than just a golf ball and a stick. So,
Oh, okay.
yay, intra-club match play.
Oh, yes. Well, there's several different ways to go about this. I have not sat down with Pat. I was going to do that, but I've just been here a couple days and busy with my daughter, but she's leaving in the morning, so I will have lots of time. But getting back to dividing up, so we have 16 teams, and we're all gonna, and I would imagine I would pair them up, one team against the other according to handicaps, so that, they're fairly close. And we'll either do 85 or 90%. Last time I looked up, they were saying the World Handicap System, they do 90%. So maybe we should work on 90% of the handicap. So if we do divide them up into, I don't like calling them winners and losers, but say Division 1 and Division 2, then we will have winners of Division 1 and winner of Division 2. But, we can assign a different price award, like say $75 for the top, the winner, and $50 for the second. And the other one we would do 50 and 25. And so that would be one way. And then the remaining, because we'd have $320, I thought we could just get little favors for the people that, the rest of the teams that didn't win. So that's one idea. The
Yeah,
other one,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
the other one is that you can have the winner of the beaten 8 play the winner of, or Division 2 play the winner of Division 1 for an overall winner. But I don't know, it just doesn't seem to sit right that way.
Maybe I can shed a little light here. I was talking to Lisa, communicating with her about this, and it occurred to me after giving it a half a second of thought that when you have these 8 and 8, then it comes down into winners and beaten 8, that the beaten 8s go ahead and play through their bracket, and the winner of the beaten 8 will have had 1 loss. The winner, second place in the winner's bracket will have had 1 loss. So you have the overall winner coming out of the winner's bracket, but then you have the people who are going to not understand why, if someone is, I can't remember what it is, 3 and 1, is that what it'd be? And 3 and 1 in the winner's bracket and 3 and 1 in the beaten 8 bracket.
Yeah.
And they don't get a prize, or they don't get, how do you differentiate that? Oops, they lost 1, but the other group also lost 1. Does that make sense to folks?
Well, I just, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ways of going about it. I don't know. Anybody else have any suggestions?
Can you
Yeah,
do
like
it
that.
where the winners each go into the winning and they play out to come up with their winners? The losers go into a consolation bracket and they play out, and you give 1 place to whoever wins the consolation. I don't know if you got enough weeks to do that, but
Yeah, that's extra games. I would say something like, quarterfinals, semifinals, and semifinals determines the winner. So like
You mean
bracket,
the overall winner?
bracketology,
Yeah.
so that we
Yeah.
pay out the quarterfinal people. Because they have essentially won 2 matches to get to that point. So when you get to quarterfinals, you already win something. So it's basically cumulative.
So
Yeah.
you mean
Yeah.
like keeping one bracket for 16 teams rather than divide them?
If that's possible, because it depends on the range of handicaps. I mean, do you have to have a 2-flight thing or,
Well-
that way would be an unfair, final. Maybe,
Well, handicap system is supposed to be fair to the whole field.
right. So why don't you do 16 and then break it down
Well,
in quarterfinals and then maybe, payouts cumulative. So instead of just getting to the finals and getting $100, you basically get to accumulate along the way so that the final winner gets an extra payout.
It's an interesting.
That
Oh,
way, everybody wins, it's a little spreads the winning.
Okay, so
pool.
Carol, under that concept, would, if you align people by handicap, would the lowest handicap end up playing number 16, person 16 or team 16?
That's sort of the traditional way they do it. You think about the sweet, the
Yeah.
And
Okay,
March
that's-
Madness,
that's
March
what you're
Madness,
Yeah.
you put the worst against the first and, sometimes you have a Cinderella
So,
going
upset.
to the end. So,
So- so isn't that more of a round robin? Because okay, so I'm on the first round, there's 8 people playing. If you keep all 16, there's 18. There's what? 16 teams? Is there 16 teams?
16 teams, 32 people, yep.
Okay, so I mean, my team sucks and I lose the first week. Am I out completely?
yeah,
Under this one, you do.
yeah,
you
under
are.
that one, under
That's a
that one, you would
Under
be out.
that one, you would be out completely.
Right,
right?
they would go to the Elite 8. And then the Final 4, and then, the championship.
Well, then you're talking about having 2 divisions. When you're saying
No,
elite,
because I wouldn't play anymore. My team wouldn't play anymore.
Right,
well, then,
If
yeah,
it was on the
So
first
that's
week,
one
I'm
division.
done. We're
you're
done.
out in the first round.
Which is
Not
different
that
than what you were trying to do, Lisa.
Divisions.
yeah. like
Yeah.
So that's different than what Lisa's proposed and.
Yeah, I mean, it,
Being an ex PE teacher, we always did. Okay, I'm bringing in my stupid past. When I was young and stupid, now I'm old and stupid. But being an ex physical education teacher and knowing people's mindset when they lose and they're out forever, that's not, I mean, I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
that doesn't help anybody's self-esteem. So going to the separate brackets where you have a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket, so to speak, it makes it much better. In all
Yeah.
seriousness,
For sure, from
at
that
least you have a
standpoint.
second chance.
And
Yeah.
wasn't that the way it was explained at the closing luncheon? Isn't
Right,
that the
I
way
think
Pat
so.
explained it?
Right.
yeah.
Has anyone thought, what are we gonna do if we get a real lot of people interested? Because think about it, okay, we're 9 people right here. With our partners, we're already half the group.
Well, Lisa's put a limit on it, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
first come, first serve.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Mary, because we're really limited with the tea times they're gonna give us. So, and I don't know, like, have got nobody to talk to. But I don't know if we have to go back to Sharon Painter to ask her, but we're gonna need 8 tea times. And
No,
it is,
Ira was going to schedule them. We're all set on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
told me, we're all set.
oh, all right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, yeah, so we do 8 tea times. And then, so the second week, everybody still plays. Right? Because they're divided into,
Right. First and second week, everyone plays.
Yeah, so they play the first week, they play the second week. And then it becomes, you know, where you get down to 4, and then you get down to 2. But there's no other way to have everybody playing every week. Unless you,
Unless you do a round robin. Unless you do a round robin, and that's a little bit more complicated.
We could never fit that into our working model, I don't think. Well, I think I think that the largest prize has to go for the winner in the winner's bracket. So
Right.
I don't know how you break the prizes up. Let's say it's,
say it's 175 or 150 for the winner.
okay, let's say that. Okay.
First,
Yeah.
50, second.
Okay, and then I think second place in the winner's bracket has to be the same as first place in the beaten 8.
Okay, so then you do 50,
Yeah,
35 or something, or 25.
No, so it'd be 50 in the winner's bracket and 50 in the beaten 8. So that takes you up to $250.
No, but yeah, like you're giving 100 first and 50 for second prize in the winning, and then you're giving 50 for the first standing in the beaten 8, and 25 for second place in the beaten 8. Is that right?
I don't think the second place gets anything in the beaten 8 because
But
they will have lost twice.
Okay. Okay, so we have just the winning in the beaten 8, and we have a first and a second in the winning.
That's my initial thought. But everyone needs to know everything right up front, that this is what's going to happen, because we don't want any misconceptions after.
No. How does everybody feel about beaten 8 only having the winner and not second place?
I think that's right. That's fine.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that's
generally,
fine.
that's like consolation, which, yeah, it should only be one place.
So that's $200 out of your 320.
So then we would have 120 that I was just thinking, you know, we could do something for the other, however many there are. So there'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 people off of a 32 is 22 people. 120. They're not going to get much. They're going to get a $5 item. But I mean, we could find something.
Okay.
how about a marker that says you suck?
Perfect.
It wasn't
That would
rigged,
be
you just
uplifting.
lost.
From the first,
Okay, so if we have 32 people playing, right? We
yeah.
have 6 people who will have a win some money. So that takes us down to 26.
Yeah.
26 individuals.
Oh, sorry. Right. That's 26 individuals. 26 and 6 is 32.
Yeah.
Okay, and the only reason I'm beating this is because we need to get this right in our heads, because you'll be having signups before you know it. And like Mary is correct, this sign up thing is going to go fast.
The other concern was, what about the new players not having enough time to team up or even get a chance? Or is this kind of, well, it's your first year, you'll have a better chance?
When do you announce this, Lisa?
I would delay the startup for the sign up. Give people a month to, because so many people will not be there on opening day and they really won't have a chance. There's a lot of stuff to figure out with all the other contests and things. I think it'll, that won't be, I'm going to sign up this week and find a partner. Whereas if they have a month, you know, if we delay sign up to December 1st, you know, maybe that gives people more time.
Well, I agree with that, but I was just going by the date that we had talked about 2 meetings ago, which was like a deadline of the end of November. So that's great, you know, if we can delay it and maybe have a deadline, if you think everything is gonna go fast, the sign up, then let's delay it till even December the 15th, because our first date isn't until January the
Yeah.
16th.
Yeah.
And that'll give us time to get everything down in black and white.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's great. And people, you know, they will be aware that this is something that is part of our program. And if they're really interested, they'll start asking questions.
And how do you feel about a maximum handicap of 26 or play to 26?
That's kind of what we do in team play.
Yes.
That
I
is what
think
we
that
did with
makes-
team play.
I
No,
think,
that's what we
I
do.
think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you have to, the other thing that I will mention in my email is if you can't make a commitment, you rely on playing light.
Oh, yes, they must.
You're not gonna-
Absolutely.
Partner midway,
Right.
like that can't be. So everybody agrees to that?
Yep.
Good, Lisa.
And
Yeah.
did you say there was going to be a maximum of a differential between the players, the handicap differential?
90%.
Okay, just a second.
No,
Let's say your handicap is 14 and you've got somebody who's a 26. You're not gonna let those two be a team. That
Oh,
it doesn't work. I
well-
did that last year and it doesn't work.
okay, so we talked about having no more than 10 handicap difference.
Right. Okay, so you're still gonna do that, right?
So I will put that down, yes.
Okay, good.
Because last year though, there was only, you know, there was barely anyone who was more. You know, there might have been 11 handicap difference. I didn't, you know, in all the, like Chris sent me all the handicaps. Because I didn't have them here. But anyway, I will put that down.
Good.
Maximum of 10 handicap difference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this going to be before the 90% is taken off? Because there'll be a greater number taken off the high handicap than the low handicap.
Yeah,
So it'll just be on the full handicap.
I think that makes sense.
Otherwise, it's too confusing. The other thing is the Sunday before the matches, we will take their handicap. Like we're not going to just go on the handicap that we took way back January 1st or 10th or whatever.
Can we
It's
do
gonna-
that, Chris?
It's
How can
gonna,
you do-
it's gonna change. Is that fair? Is that good?
That's very fair, sure.
Yeah, I think it's more helpful than what we had last year.
Yeah, the closer to the date of play, the more fair it becomes.
Yeah, so it'll,
Are you changing the handicap every week?
yes, so Sunday night before Monday,
Okay,
we will, have to get together with you, Chris, because, maybe Genius can figure out all that.
oh, it does. You just put a date on it and it automatically updates.
Okay,
And the other thing, my other question is, are we playing off the lowest handicap of the foursome?
yes. So it'll be
Okay.
like 0, and then we play off of that.
You might want to put that in that newsletter
Yes.
too.
I'm making a note of that.
We're so much smarter than we were last year.
Well, hopefully, yes.
So then everybody's agreed December 15th will be the deadline.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect.
That'll give them a good, 6 weeks.
Yeah, that gives
December
us time to
15th?
find a partner. What's the cost to join, Lisa?
$10 a person.
Okay,
That'll give us a good amount of money to fool around with.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay, perfect. Newsletters, Carol.
Newsletters. I got them from Cheryl and, no,
No, you
Claire,
haven't.
Claire and, Lynn. And Mary, I need your, the list
I
of
have it.
members.
I've just been waiting.
know
'cause every
that's-
day I add somebody.
That's sort of in flux. So
Yeah.
at least I'll get the
You're
The-
on my calendar.
majority. Yeah. If you can
Okay.
send me the 16, that'll be great.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get we have all of the events sort of laid out here, so I think I can describe those. And I thought I would describe your little class that Jen Gard is going to be teaching. Do an
Okay.
article on that. And I shouldn't mention Ira Glick, you think?
No. No.
He who
There's-
shall remain nameless.
Right. And how about Ask John? Is he gonna have any
Yes, he is.
hoo-ha thing?
He's going to have something that he will send to me, I think, and I will forward to you. Yes, he's very excited about that. He's
Okay,
working on that note. I mean, he is thinking about possibly a way to be able to get people to pre-order their food on the day of the
Oh,
tournament, maybe send, filling out a slip when they make the turn or something. Last year, one of the problems that they had was when some of us would play earlier than others, and then we would get in and we would hold a table and not eat, and then suddenly that meant that we all ordered at once and everything came, diving in. So anyway, that's one of the things he's thinking about, but they're going to continue with the free lunch and all that, which will be good. So.
that's a great idea. Because I think that so many people, particularly if they're at the end of the tee sheet, everybody's gone or they've eaten and they're ready to leave. So
you
that's a
figure
great
that-
idea.
That brings up a thought, opening day. We've got a lot of administrative stuff going on as people are getting ready to go out. Pairings, maybe some of us should be later rather than early. Because we're sitting at, like, Claire's sitting there collecting luncheon money and I'm sitting there collecting contest money and
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shotgun on opening day, so it should be all attacking you at once.
oh, right, okay, so not an issue. Okay.
Well, it could be. another
They will just be attacking you all at once. That's the way.
Right.
issue. Okay, all right, we'll get our stuff to you.
And very importantly, I will not be there on opening day. So somebody to take the opening day minutes.
There you go.
for me. It has to be somebody who's not inundated with all the other administrative stuff that happens. So,
Who
yeah.
wants to do we have a volunteer?
we must have a volunteer that otherwise would just be eating lunch and having drinks and having a good time. But this way,
Well,
How
we're not going to be announcing winners on opening day, right? I mean, we're certainly not going to announce skins until
later,
several days or a week later.
right?
You won't be announcing winners of anything on opening day,
Okay, if
except for raffle.
Nah, just, yeah, maybe the 50-50 or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of fun and entertaining stuff. I want to make just a kind of a sad comment regarding John Mildner. It came to my attention that his wife passed away this
Oh,
summer.
no.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, what happened?
Yes, she had been ill and I don't know the details, and it just kind of came as a backhanded comment to me.
She had cancer.
Oh,
She's
my
been
gosh.
fighting
I'm
it
so
for
sorry.
quite a while.
Oh, dear.
So
I'm
he's been
so
dealing
sorry.
with that. However, he is very low key on it and he doesn't want attention focused on him. But I don't, you were going to send a card over, did you, Pam?
Yeah, and I keep forgetting to do it, so I will do that
Okay.
today.
So we'll have that,
Get
we'll be
off
covered
you.
on that level, but as far as being John, he's still John and, I have spoken with him, but, basically he's just trying to be business as usual.
Mhm.
Okay.
can I
Um,
ask a question about people who have to send emails, like you have Cheryl and myself and whoever, is there a comprehensive email list, not having to take it from Pam's spreadsheets, but just all emails together? Is an updated email list?
What do you look, I can put one out.
Well, it's
Could-
just, maybe there's a way of just copying all the ones from,
A distro list? You want a
Yeah,
distro
a
list? Is that what you
yeah,
want?
exactly.
Yeah, we'll all need it for, I have to get the newsletter out on
Yeah,
November 1st, so.
Okay, so the only problem I see with that is some people use Gmail, some people use AOL, some people use
Just give
this,
it,
some
if
people
we
use
get the
that.
list, then we can
just give us
format
a
it.
list with
I'll
their
send you
email.
the list when the meeting's over. I
Yep.
have
Yeah,
it listed
okay.
on it.
So
Okay.
on your
Do you want
own.
it-
folks.
How do you want it? Do you just want a long list?
Or just a big thing, then go run right after whatever it is, just so we can.
Okay, one right after another with a comma? Do you want it-
Perfect,
Or, I'm sorry, a semicolon. Need a
yes.
semicolon, yeah. Okay,
Okay, cool.
I can do that.
And do you have all the, you have all the new members?
Yeah, it's all in, I put everything in Golf Genius yesterday. I have it on a spreadsheet,
Okay,
so I can put the other together.
all right.
I didn't check the emails, Chris. I just checked the gen on that, but Lynn, did you get
I'm
my
sorry?
email? When I checked cross-checked the report you sent me, I cross-checked the gen numbers
Yeah,
and I
They're
didn't cross-check
cor-
the emails. But Lynn,
oh, the email should be fine.
okay, because Lynn, I did have,
I got your email, so whatever corrections you have, I'll go check after this
Alright.
meeting.
Okay, I want to just kind of go into this with a liaison, Deb, not to leave you without a voice here. Have you worked on pace of play and any thoughts on this?
I was actually, no, I didn't, but I will. I will get my act together this week.
Well, I know that we had talked as a group about some things.
Yeah, I really like that video. I mean, it's a little long to do for everybody, but I guess we should put something in the newsletter about it.
Yes,
And
I-
it should
I
be, it should be something like short and sweet bulleted stuff because people have a tendency not to read. So
well,
maybe I can just, maybe I could just go through that stuff and make a list of things to put in there, just bulleted items.
I mean,
Lisa, you
I
have a thought?
think we had pace of play in probably 4 newsletters last year.
Yeah.
So
No,
and on.
it's not a very
Facebook.
good vehicle for pace of play.
we
But
had
that video, I mean, the video could be sent out as an email attachment, of,
That's not a bad idea.
that's what I would do.
Can we send it out through Golf Genius on that initial one, Chris?
Probably.
Yeah,
I just need to get a URL for it.
we have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Lisa sent it, right?
we had talked about having the first person on the pairing
The
be in
scorecard.
charge of pace of play.
Yes, that
Uh,
should be a little article for the newsletter.
Yeah,
If
so
you-
that if they know ahead of time, then they're prepared.
And that is your lowest handicap person, is that correct?
Well, it should be, but
Well, when we go to assign someone that we have to have a criteria to select by, so that would probably be it, right, Chris?
Yeah, it's usually the lowest handicap is first
Mhm,
of the foursome.
So
mhm.
Deb, can you write something up for the newsletter to inform people this is going to be a happening thing?
Would having them put the time they made the turn on the scorecard make them conscious of time? More conscientious?
my,
If they could remember,
Yeah,
in a lot of the tournaments that we play in, you have to put your start time down on the card.
Well, the start time's there with the tee time, but I could also do a thing where it's your time at the turn,
yeah.
what time you made
Put
the
a
turn.
box there. That's a good idea. Prompt
I
people.
think
We've done that in the past.
it's certainly worth a try.
We had
Okay.
talked
Well, give the
about printing-
liaison some ammunition.
Yeah,
We
I-
had talked
I-
about
of course, there's
printing
a
things too, like
part
last
of
year.
me, there's a part of me that was thinking it'd be a fun little contest for opening day to, well, people would have had the video sent to them and be encouraged to watch it, and then to have a little quiz and see, so ask 5 questions. Claire, I know you just can't stand these contests, can you? And see who can come up with the most correct answers.
I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Let's see how many people watched it.
Well, you know, what the heck? Well, yeah, let's try that. And it could be a really fun prize. It could be like a $500 prize and they might lose. You know?
Yeah.
What if you show it at the end
Yeah.
or at the meeting?
How can we do that? Can we do it on a screen?
Oh,
If
that's a
John
lot
has
of
his
time.
monitor and I can put it on a USB, it can go on the computer up to the screen,
Okay. Why don't
providing I don't have a lot of lag time.
we will entertain that, Christina. Okay. Okay. Course conditions. It seems that the course is coming into a line like it usually does. It's okay, you know, compared to what some of the fears were. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is.
I thought
Nobody
so.
has big concerns. Okay, I just want to zip over a few of these things. Okay, I want to talk about the opening day luncheon, because I have to tell you what because I don't have Linda Kelvine, I have been your food person. It's
Okay.
been interesting. So I talked to John at great length, and he wants to do something that's really a little bit nicer for the ladies. He's always about that. So he's talking about a very good chicken salad.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay,
that sounds good.
so it would be a chicken salad that would have a little bit of a fruit element where you'd have some strawberries, blueberries, dried cranberries, and something else I can't read in there with, you know, possibly a citrus vinaigrette dressing or raspberry vinaigrette. He favored the citrus. This would be on romaine if people think that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know, so I suppose if people just wanted a plain salad, they could order just a plain salad. He's looking at doing a mini baguette. It's really great when okay, now that's the good news. Last year, I think we came in at $15.40 a person. Do you have that, Pam? But because of food price increases, I know last month I told you, he said it wasn't a concern, but he said it is a concern, and it's just hitting them hard. And for example, chicken, for example, is now crazy. He said that they can do $16.76 all inclusive at $21.51. That's gratuity and tax and all that. And I think that's more than what we were anticipating, Pam.
oh yeah, a lot more,
You know,
like
they did,
$8 a person more.
how much?
Eight, what did you say, 21?
$21.51.
Yeah, that's $8.51 more.
Well, that means we have to ask for more money from the ladies.
I mean, we could up it to, because we're only asking $10, we could up it to 15
Yeah, that would be,
person.
that would help you a lot, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Well, how would people feel about this? I mean, is that going to be kind of a deterrent?
No, gosh, $15 for lunch? That's not a lot.
everybody's paying more everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
That's
And-
everywhere.
and I think you should say it includes a tip for the
Yeah.
waiters.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
he's saying that they're seeing 40%. All the wholesalers are telling him that the pricing is going to be 40% higher
Oh,
than
yeah.
last year.
Mhm.
that's why I asked, because I figured they've got to up their prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's just hitting us now. So, okay,
Yeah.
with that in mind, is that, okay, the dessert, he offered one item, which I think is very cool and I would absolutely love, but I know I'd be in the minority, or we could have chocolate mousse.
What's it, your
What's
item?
the option?
The other option was key lime pie.
Oh,
I like either.
Love it.
yeah, key lime's good.
I go for either.
Does everyone like key lime pie?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love key
I
lime.
love it. I just can't eat it.
It's my favorite. All right, I'm gonna tell them to go with key lime pie then. All right,
Yeah.
unless you think that the populace should have chocolate mousse.
Go
No,
for key lime. We're in Florida.
No,
All right, we'll keep that.
Everybody
citrus.
likes key lime.
Oh, do
Yeah.
you have a preference on citrus vinaigrette or versus raspberry vinaigrette?
Citrus.
Citrus.
All right, you girls are easy. Okay, so we'll go with $15 and let the chips fall where they may, or the berries. Okay, so
Cheryl?
that helps us a little bit on the, okay, that's the budgeting component. So Pam, you'll work out some magic there,
Cheryl,
Yeah.
can I say something?
please.
When you announce to the ladies that our luncheon is on the 3rd and please, you have to let us know who's coming. You have to tell them that if they don't cancel with enough time, well, if they don't cancel, period, they're stuck paying the total cost of the luncheon, not just the $15 that they were supposed to pay. Did you know that?
Yeah, I remember something like that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's happened. They say, yeah, I'm coming, and then they don't bother to show up. And then you're
Well,
stuck.
why
with
would
that.
we charge them the total amount if people are going to put in?
Because we get billed for it.
We're
Yes.
incurring the difference.
No, I understand, but you know, were they there and they put their $15 in, you get billed for it anyway, right?
Yes, but if
The excess I'm talking about.
all right, but if they say they're gonna pay, if they're gonna play, excuse me, if they're going to be in attendance for the luncheon and then they don't show up, they haven't paid you zip.
That's true, right?
Okay, so that's
No
why.
raffle, no.
That's why it's a deterrent to get them to come to the luncheon or at least to cancel.
Yeah,
Because we're stuck with the total cost.
Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Okay, we'll do. Okay, have we lost Carol yet?
No, but
Opening
I
days-
I have to
Still
go.
there.
I have to go, but you're on tape, so I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
later.
Yeah, I'll send you the tape, the video.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay, the opening day schedule. I guess I will be the one addressing the membership as we get ready to go off and play golf because I don't think we will have a pro. Then we get into, so Claire and Lynn will be taking, oh, Claire, you going to be there?
I don't know yet, Cheryl. I won't know that until the 24th.
Claire or whoever you designate will be taking money.
Oh, my goodness, I'm gonna have to designate?
There you go, pick a winner.
Oh, geez.
And what are we doing on opening day? What are we?
First of all, what are we doing opening day? You need somebody to collect the money for the luncheon.
Right.
You need.
And we need to decide whether we're doing pot of gold on opening day. We did last year.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
we have
you usually
to.
do pot of gold on opening day, so.
And we could announce those at the luncheon, but we need the pots and we need to collect for it.
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean you're gonna announce those at the luncheon? You have to announce those the morning. Well, you don't
No,
have.
no,
to
who
say-
wins, Claire? The winner.
No, the
Oh,
winners.
that will be the only announcement of winners.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, so you've got.
And I'm happy to collect money, but we do need another person because it was really last year
Oh,
overwhelming to
Oh,
try
for
and
sure.
collect for 4 or 5 different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I'll-
sure. And I
I'll-
wasn't there opening day last year either. I'm sorry. Of course, that was
Hey.
because the border wasn't open then.
I think I
So-
hear Pam or Mary
Yeah.
would be available.
Yeah, I'm available.
what are we doing? We're gonna do pot of gold. Are we doing skins?
We did, and we did, and we
Okay.
collect for championship hole.
Championship
Yeah.
hole.
And we
And we're
collect
doing
for the cash
lunch?
raffle.
Okay.
And
so
raffle and
So
lunch.
you, and the lunch.
That's 5
Yeah,
different things.
raffle.
That's 5 different things.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Alright, raffle.
Okay, who is going to want to, yeah, Lisa?
I'll do the raffle.
Yeah, I
do
could
whatever.
help out with one of them too.
Yeah, I'll help out.
Actually,
and
it's good
you
if
know
you
what?
have 2 people doing the raffle because it's a lot at once.
Yeah, okay, so Pam, you and I'll do it?
The other thing
No,
is,
it was Deb
be
that
there.
said.
Deb and you, Lisa.
Sorry?
Deb and you.
Oh, okay.
And
The other
maybe,
thing is-
maybe Cindy will do the minutes. Because
In
she's
many,
done it before and
Oh.
she's good at that.
yeah,
Is she gonna be
Cindy.
here?
I wouldn't anticipate.
I'm not sure she's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Um,
I'll do it.
There you go. You're in charge of vice, so why not?
Just be in charge of everything. Works at my house.
Mary, Mary, I sort of see you kind of helping the new people, as they kind of figure out what they're doing that day. Don't you?
Yeah, and I'm gonna have some type of little orientation after. I haven't even had a chance to pull that up. I had handed it out the last time on Play Day. It was just a list. I think I need to go over the handbook because I think some things may have changed.
Okay, good.
And it was just kind of a handout if they had any questions.
You're going to meet with the new members after the luncheon?
Mhm.
Okay. Does
And
anyone?
I'll give it to Pam for Play Day just to hand out. It's just a handout.
Lynn will want to speak at the luncheon because she'll have things to talk about. Does anyone else want to speak at the luncheon? Chris, you want to talk?
Yeah, I should.
Okay, so.
I don't really want to, but I will.
You
I
can
know.
just mention, Cheryl, that people can continue to sign up throughout the league. It just doesn't end November 3rd. If they have a friend that wants to join.
Oh,
the
yes,
league.
of course. Oh, yes. The more the merrier.
Mhm.
Anyone else want,
I-
well, Lisa, you
I-
probably.
I could just mention that if anybody is interested in the intra-club to see me, I mean, I don't want to have to go through all that, and you'd have a million questions.
Right.
So
A little
I
overview and,
the highlights, the dates, and with the maximum handicap and the number of people. And then they can come and see me. I don't know.
I think that's a great idea. Sorry, I'm in a different household here. Okay,
Cheryl, who's collecting the money for the lunch? That's another person.
Yeah,
I don't know. What are you doing, Pam?
I'm gonna collect for something.
And I
Okay,
can
collect
help. I
lunch.
mean,
Pam's gonna collect lunch money, I'm gonna collect contest money, and Lisa and Deb are gonna do the raffle.
And
Okay.
I'll
and
be
I can
floating
be, like,
around
all over the
anyway.
place.
We'll find.
And who are the ladies going to report to that they're coming for lunch so that you have a list to check, to get money from?
Well, we could say Linda Kelvine, but that might be mean. Linda will be around. She can help too. Let's say it's me. They can I'll take care of them.
All right, well, there you go.
Okay. All right. So we have a loose plan in place. That sounds good.
All right, and I
So
may
it's-
actually need help with the 3 contests because people come and, they say, oh, here's $25 and put me in the lunch and put me into this and put me into that and.
So,
me-
okay, let's go back to that.
Pam, have some change.
It's gonna be Lynn, Lisa, Deborah, and myself, because the thing is, last year we ran into a big problem with, because you gotta keep the money separate, so you know which is payout for which.
Correct.
Otherwise, and last year it got a little crazy, so.
What do you think
Um,
about putting the gold box on the table and making them fill out a little envelope with what they're putting money in for and then sticking that in, because then we have a record.
That's a good idea.
That's what you did last
I
year,
mean,
though, right?
I have the spreadsheets and I'm checking them off, but as Pam said, it gets to be a little hairy and you miss things.
Or what if I make little pieces of paper with each contest, and they can check off or put the $5 for this, $5 with their name on it and give it to you. And I'm gonna have a little sign up with the contests and because that was the other thing. Everybody was jumping at you going,
Yeah.
how much is
what
this?
it
How
is,
much is that? How much is
What am I
that?
doing? That's a great idea. Maybe just one little
Yeah.
checklist with each
Yep,
of the
with
contests and
What
check
each
it off and write their
contest
name on
and the
it.
cost.
Yeah.
So they can look right there on the table. I
Right.
have a little plastic acrylic stand thing I think we can use, so I'll do that. So, yeah, because I remember last year it was like, I was pulling my hair out, trying to figure out which pot was.
Right. But what do you think about having actual, a little pad or whatever, a little pile of checklists of which contest and actually
Yeah.
have them fill it out like chits and give it to us.
Yeah,
So we can
yeah,
follow
that's
up
what
later.
I can make them up on my computer, cut them
Okay,
up
great.
And
Great.
we'll hand them
Standing
out,
in
they can
line
write
could
it all
be
down.
handed
and-
one.
Exactly, and they could get up there and they would have it all done. That's
Yes, they
right,
have a cashier at the end. Let it rip.
correct.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
All right, do we sort of feel fairly comfortable with this? Fairly. Okay, I want to go into a budgetary concern that I have, and I want to, because I want to give you a little background on why I have this concern. I had said that I kind of was really interested in doing something with birdies this year. And part of that is kind of a continuation of the whole mentoring program and how we're trying to focus on improving scoring and you know, just looking at what we've done in the past. And I felt like the $2 for a birdie that we've been paying the last few years was not sufficient enough to really inspire people. I certainly wasn't inspired because I think I got 2 birdies last year. It's pretty exciting. So I talked to a few different people, and I really been kind of pondering this and thinking about it over and over again. So I was thinking about raising the value of a birdie to $5 to try to say incent people to, you know, maybe focus a little bit or do the whatever. And then last week I looked at a spreadsheet that Chris did at the end of the season. And that was the kind of all-inclusive spreadsheet that showed what we scored as a group by flight, and how many bogeys there were, pars, birdies, and other yucky stuff. And I looked at the birdies there, and first of all, I don't know, we had like 119 birdies that I showed, but the vast bulk of them were in the A flight. And then the second vast flight bulk was in the B flight. And then there were a small sprinkling in the C flight. And in the red flight, there were about, I don't know, 5 maybe. And so I thought about this, and I don't care how much better you get, you're still going to be rewarding the A and B players because they are going to get the bulk of the birdies. So they're going to benefit more from the increase in the birdies at the end of the season from the $2 to $5 or whatever we're going to do. So again, just adding this around, looked at something that we could do that would benefit the whole membership. And that would be to have a low putt initiative. And in thinking about it, it would be rewarding the players, adding more fun to the weekly game. We would pay 1 prize a week for everyone who is playing who has the lowest number of putts. And initially I thought that could be $15 a week. Now, and again, the putts would be defined as when you have your first ball, your ball's on the green and you make the first stroke. After that point, if you go off the green, it's still counting as a putting stroke. All right, so lots of times in November, we have maybe 35 to 40 people playing a week. So, but every person can put a putt in. Sometimes you can even put a chip in, which is kind of even more fun. So everyone has an opportunity to drill down and make an effort to make those putts really, really count. So we would have the player record their score on every hole and then the number of putts that they have. As it would work out, we would have our master genius keeping track on a spreadsheet of each person's putts so that we would have a total at the end of the week. And we would award 1 prize at the end of the week. And then again, 3 thoughts in my mind because I can't seem to drill down on anything, but at the end of the season, we would have a bonus prize. And that would be for the person who won most of the weekly contests or more than somebody else. So Mary gets, she gets low putts 3 times. Lisa does it 4, Lisa wins. And so it is a little bit difficult because you have people coming down at different times of the year. However, the league does run from November to April. And, when I was coming down in January, it was that was my choice to do that. So I knew that I was missing out on certain things. So I might be missing out on opportunities to win the, lowest putts. But we're looking to have a bonus prize to be paid to that person, possibly $75. And that person would be known as Queen of the Green. So I'm entertaining thoughts.
All of it's good. When I had the league at Polo Trace, because the range of handicaps was so great, that's exactly what we did. We played for putts every week and we played for closest to the pins. And we didn't give the winnings out to the end of the season. And it was ironic. Everybody won putts somewhere along the line.
Really?
Yeah. Now we only
What
have like
would you-
26 people. You could do it by flight, I guess.
If you do it weekly, a weekly prize, what do you do if you have ties? When we had that problem at the end last year.
We
You could, you could have a lot of ties.
You would split the money. Can I say something about this? Because
Sure.
I have been playing for putts in this league in Canada since I've joined. And I think it's very equitable because somebody may not hit the ball very well, but they can putt lights out. Doesn't matter about the handicap. Now, we pay here to, we pay, let's say we start off the season with, we all put $10 in the pot. And if we have a 3-putt, we have to put a quarter in to a max of $2 a round, which some people manage to hit. And so the money, in this sense, Cheryl, when you say that some people don't get here till January, we don't have to pay. We're not paying to contribute to this game of putting like we do for skins and all this stuff. So the league is offering a prize for one winner per week overall, the pairings. So you're only paying one prize out, and it's fair to everyone because it's got nothing to do with handicap. Now, if you wanted to ask the ladies to put 25 cents in for each 3-putt, we could add that to the pool prize, or we could just forget about that and not charge them anything and just pay the prize.
That kind of hurts my hair to think that we'd have to collect more money.
Yeah, exactly. That's another job we don't want.
Lisa, what do you think?
I like the idea of low putts. We have it at home. And I think it's equitable. And that's all I have to say.
Good.
Deb, any thoughts?
My putting is so great that I would be bankrupt if we had to pay a quarter every time we had $3. No, I think it's a good idea too.
Pam, what are you thinking? I know your budgetary wheels are spinning, but you already changed the budget to accommodate my $5, the extra $300.
So, well, that was my first question. Are we going back to the $3 per birdie?
Wasn't it 2, Claire?
Was
No, it
two.
was 3.
Was it
Three.
3? Okay, yeah, whatever.
It's
Mhm.
3.
Yeah, we'll go back. The birdies drop down,
So,
or whatever is determined at the end of the season.
Yeah, you
so
did
that,
at
if
the
we
end
go
of the
back to
season.
3, that would offset, I think, yeah, that would offset the prize money for the putting. So the budget would basically,
Which tournaments would we use this on, Claire?
Oh, well,
Because if you're giving someone a putt in match play, you can't.
yeah, no. Okay, so let's just eliminate the majors, the 3 majors. And that way we don't have to worry about, they're concentrating on their game. Let's not worry about putting. So we would eliminate the 3 majors. There wouldn't be one for member guest. What else? Let me think. Member. Actually, we can do it for member.
But that's match Isn't that match play?
No.
Are we doing it for match play?
No,
No, we're not doing it for match play.
Oh,
would-
members quota.
We would not do it for match play nor the tournaments of the day during the match play. So I'll count this. I think it would mean we would pay for 14 weeks of tournaments. So we would pay member ringers, that's 1, 2. We would have 3 weeks in November. We would have 3 weeks in December. We would have, well, we could play the putts. We could count the putts on the qualifying round because that's just a regular game of golf. So that would mean 3 weeks in January. Then we would have 2 weeks in February, 1 week in March, and 2 weeks in April. So does that come up to 14?
yes.
Okay, that's how I had figured it.
So based on this payout schedule, Pam, we'd be at $280.
Yeah,
Okay, I have another question.
285. You said
Okay.
75 for the final prize, right?
Yeah.
The big winner at the
Right.
end
The queen of the green.
Queen of the green.
of the green. So that would be 285. So
What did you base your budget on? How many members?
It wasn't based on anything, Mary. It was just.
Okay,
winging
because
it
every
here.
time we get these new ones, it's $100, $100, $100.
Oh, you're talking about Pam's
So-
budget, of course. That's based on something.
So, I mean, we'd be eating $85 out of the total, which I think we can afford.
How many members did you base the budget on?
Well, it's different for different things. I mean, the birdies are just birdies. Because the opening luncheon is based on like 45 people, but the member luncheon is based on 60. So, it goes back and forth. Right now, the dues, if you're talking about the dues, what did I base the dues
Yes,
on? It's
yeah.
60 renewals and 15 new, and we're already over the 15 new. So,
Right, cool.
we're going to be ahead of budget on the dues.
And some of the renewals paid 100 because they didn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's 60 renewals at the 85.
Mhm,
There were some that paid, yeah.
mhm.
Well, of course, I am all about the fun. And I also think that there are ways of guaranteeing things if things go squirrely on us. But I would actually like to pay the Queen of the Green $100.
Well, let's wait and see we don't have to say today, if we have
Yeah.
that much money down at the end of
Because
the
the other-
road, you can
the
say
other-
$100.
There's another wild card that we could always use to finagle things. We don't have to have as many pot of golds. That we decide as we go along. We had, I think, 6 last year. I have to check. We could do 5 or whatever.
Well, usually don't we pay
They-
out the full amount?
Yeah,
what
they
we
pay for
collect?
themselves, probably.
Yeah,
You're right.
so
You're right.
that doesn't
Yeah,
really.
so that doesn't really matter.
It doesn't help us, right?
Anyway, if I would certainly entertain a vote on this once we've had enough discussion, but I think it might be a nice reward mechanism for people, and it's certainly not something we have to continue year after year, but I just like to do it for this year.
Well, it would give an opportunity to someone who doesn't win a prize very often to win low putts. And if we did have a tie, which in my league does not happen very often, despite the fact that there are over 60 women playing. But if we do have a tie, we just would split the $15.
Okay, so this would be paid out at the end of this year. So the big tally sheet that is maintained, we would be, I suppose we could keep people updated on their progress,
Well,
but
excuse me, why do you have to pay that out at the end of the year? We're gonna pay out prizes every, once a
Every
month.
month.
So we could pay those prizes out as well. Believe me, saving all those things for the end of the
Okay, that's
season is
fine.
too
Okay.
difficult.
That's a very good point.
So it would be 4 prizes. Well, it wouldn't even be 4 prizes. For the month of November, it would be 3 prizes plus the other 2 prizes, because it's only 2 weeks of tournaments for the month of November, because Ringers is 1 tournament for 2 weeks.
Okay, and then the grand announcement would be at the.
Yeah, the grand
Yeah,
announcement
the
would
Queen
come
of the
at the
Green
final.
would be at the end of the year.
Right.
But I would like to, I do want to announce the money because I want to make this something that people look forward to.
Well, you'd want to announce that we're playing for putts before your opening luncheon, Cheryl.
But I want to say that the grand winner will win $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, fine.
that's my way. Okay. Any thoughts, any opposition here, please? I can deal with it. Throw it at me, baby. Yeah, okay. All right, then we will go forward with this. Thank you.
Just
We'll
a
just go through
second.
all that.
I think you have to have a vote, Cheryl.
Oh, well, we do.
Yeah.
Well, if the president wants to do it.
Wait a minute. No. The president doesn't just get to throw things out. You have to have a vote.
Oh,
I'm
come
sorry.
on. All in favor of the Queen of the Green contest? Okay, thank you.
I
I agree, but can we hold off on the $100, leave it at 75, because I've got to make some changes to the budget. We have to
No.
approve the budget before league starts, so we kind of have to have another quickie meeting somewhere along the line.
Mary's going to get her little 3 new members. We're going to be fine. And honestly, if it comes down to $25, Pam, trust me, I will find $25 for you.
No, but I'm just saying, I've got to up the luncheons, because I've only got the luncheons, the closing luncheon and the member luncheon at a lower rate. So I'm gonna have
I
to up
understand.
those prices.
But we're also going to tap our audience to pay more on everything. So,
Well, you know, if you up it $5, it's not gonna pay for everything. So I'm just saying, right now, we're in a deficit of, it's only $731. It's not a lot, but it's gonna go up. So I think we should kind of look at it before we make a final vote.
well, we do have another, well,
I mean, I know it's $25. I'll put it in at 100 and we'll see, I guess.
all right. Well, if I
I'll
have
put
to
it
explain,
in as 100.
if I have to explain to Chris Moylan that she's only going to get $75, then she'll have to suck it up. That's the way it is. Whatever.
I'm gonna practice. You know what? I do better when I don't practice, so.
It's always in your wheelhouse, so. All right, I think I have covered, okay, new business, any new business besides this birdie initiative, which is now Queen of the Green?
I just have one thing before we close the meeting.
Yes,
I just, because of your thoughts about all about fun, I think the beaten 8 should be fine. Does everybody agree? Like, you know, it's a fun thing.
yes,
And at first I thought, oh, you know, they're not going to feel good about it, but you know, I think it's okay.
I think it is
Right.
too.
So I'm going to call it inter-club, you know, team match play, 4-ball, whatever the legal thing. But I'm also in the newsletter going to mention beaten 8, and I will only put in the highlights. I'm not going to complicate the newsletter with details. Is that okay?
Sure, you'll make it great.
Okay, thank you.
Mary?
And one more thing, I just wanted to let you know, the Tuesday league that Anita was trying to get going was denied
Oh.
at the Boca Golf Club.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's not going to be happening.
oh,
She thinks it was just politics. It sounds like the ladies from the Thursday league pressured them to deny it, which makes no sense, but anyways,
too bad.
Hmm. Okay,
Bob,
any other new business? Okay, sounds like, we're moving positively towards the opening, which is going to be fun for everyone. We do have the golf champion, club champion open house on November 2nd at 5 to 7:30. And I have people to sign up. I've only had about 8 people sign up so far. And about 8 people have also signed up for the wine tasting. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle at that one. We have to ask people for their varietal preferences so we can have people be able to taste something that they're interested in. So I will be putting that feeler out for people. So I guess that's basically where we're at. And I believe we could probably schedule our next meeting for after golf on a Thursday. Does that work? So I picked the 17th because it's before Thanksgiving and after we get going. So tentatively, that's when we'll have our next meeting. Anything else?
I thought Pam said she needed another meeting for a budget approval before
Don't
your
we have,
opening.
don't we have to approve the budget before league starts? I mean,
No, you don't have to, Pam.
okay, all right,
You
okay,
don't have to. You could do it on the 17th.
okay, all right. As long as everybody, that's okay with everybody.
But does the membership vote on the budget, Claire?
The membership doesn't vote on the budget.
No, no,
No,
they don't
no.
see it.
Okay,
No.
that's fine then. And I honestly, okay, that's good.
For the opening luncheon, Pam presents a treasurer's report.
Yeah,
with-
but
with
that's
just-
That's
That's
basically.
different. No,
yeah.
the membership
That's-
doesn't vote
yeah.
on the budget. No, only
That
the board.
basically gives a status of where we
Yeah.
are opening, yeah,
Right, right.
cash
Ba-
wise.
Just basic stuff, Pam, like your closing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've got the format already. from-
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Keep your dog down. All right, ladies, thank you for your time.
He's saying he wants a treat.
Yeah, well, there you go. Me too.
I moved to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, second, all in
Yeah.
favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Aye.
Okey-dokey.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, Lynn. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ladies, see you in Florida.
Okey-doke.